Russia. In September, Khabib loses to Connor's his title 3. It looks like that's what Connor wants, the fight in Russia. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Hi, Chris. NH.
NH. I love when Ann calls in and closes down the show. I love it. Ann, what's on your mind?
Nothing much. No, the pick'ems are fun. I told you people would like doing the pick'ems. It's kind of fun.
You, Olympia Lowlife, Minion McGrogden, there was a lot of people that just kept on saying, Chris, you got to do it, you got to do it. So all you guys, I got to give you guys credit. That was a great idea. Very good idea.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's, some people think it's real easy, but you got to pick the winners, which is easy. You can, but also got to pick the round and how they win. So that's different too. So
You're very good at this. I've seen you do these other leagues and everything like that, and it seems like you're always in the top. What is your secret?
I just try to study, and it takes a long time. Mike gets so mad because it takes me hours.
Does it really? So
yeah, I just kind of study. Yeah, I kind of just look up on everything and kind of study the best I can.
So what do you do
fighters, but
if you're at a stalemate and you're looking at a fight and you're like, Jesus Christ, and it's like a toss-up? How do you pick that fight? Do you go with physique? Do you go with I don't know, a reach or height, or like what's your swaying thing in a fight? I've noticed this. Like, wouldn't it pay off if you just did all decisions throughout the card? It seems like a lot of fights end in decisions. So if you just went decisions all the way and got your picks right, I would imagine you would do better. Is there a little hack? Now, I don't want you to give away all your secrets, Ann, because then everyone will be following. But there has to be something there in this pick'em thing that gives you a consistency with winning.
Well, I'm not giving away my secret.
I have a feeling Ann has a secret.
You just got to follow kind of closely and look at everything, the stats, and some people don't, but I do a little bit of everything. So
I noticed.
I do know I just have a hard time talking about it. I'm more like looking up stuff. I'm not good at, like you and everybody else can say, or Dorothy just goes on and starts going, yeah, he can do this, and so-and-so does this and this. So I know, but I just can't, get it right out of my mouth and where I don't sound stupid.
Well, it's tough to get out of your mouth. Me and Darth, you're right, though. We are the only ones that know that stuff out of everyone here. So that's a good point over there. Me and Darth we're very knowledgeable people. Very knowledgeable people.
Knowledge is good.
Yeah. This pick'em thing, I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I like the fact that it does make you pick the round and how it's going to end, and I think it levels the playing field a little bit. I think it's fun for everyone. Like my pop jumped in. You don't have to be into all the fights. Just have a little fun. I think it gets more people into it. It's a great idea. So I do appreciate you throwing that idea out to us. What do you think about the fights this weekend?
I think it's gonna be good, but like you guys said, it's kind of looks more like a fight night than a pay-per-view. But like I said, we usually just go over there to the casino bar anyway, so we just have some drinks with friends and some food. So
yeah, well,
I usually don't try to buy them.
So wait, hold on. Now, how do you get these free drinks? Are you seducing?
I bet sometimes there are some people.
I see how it is. Do you flirt with men in front of Mike at the casino? Be honest.
What?
Do you?
I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
Right.
Seriously, this phone sucks and I'm on. But
all right, what do you got, real quick, before I let you go? Tony versus Khabib, UFC 223. Who you pick?
I'm going with Tony.
Tony for the win. Okay. Do you feel a finish or anything like that?
God, finish with Tgiw. That'd be kind of not sure. Got still think about it. Like you, I could always change my mind by April too.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of flip flopping going on until April. I mean, it's an interesting fight after that last Khabib fight. Khabib looks so fucking good, right? That last fight, I'm like, oh my god, fucking Khabib. He's scary, freaking scary. Who do you got, Francis or Stipe in this one?
I gotta go with Stipe.
Stipe for the win.
I got to.
All right, there you go. Stipe Miocic.
I know he's scary, but yeah, Stipe. I think Stipe can do it. Yeah.
All right, Stipe for the win. All right, Ann, any last words to the MMA holes?
No, you guys are just all great. You're great, Chris and Jesse, and yep, that's about it.
All right. Thank you for the call, NH. We'll see you in Jesse's chat.
All right, bye, Chris.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful donation. T-Man killing it. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Can you share about you?
Oh my God, Kenshiro's calling back. How many times are you gonna call the show? For God's sakes.
Just twice.
Yeah. Kenshiro, okay. You called in before. You said you were going to take your son to UFC 223. Can you confirm this is going to happen? I mean, you said it was going to happen before, but is this really happening? Be honest.
I'm going to put him in, like, a wheelchair or something.
Mm-hmm.
Go up front. Say my son's sick. He's a future fighter, but he's not really sick, or something.
Yeah. Now, Kenshiro, if you subscribe to Kenshiro Ryu, you're in the chat right now. You do some swole gaming streams over there where you're playing, fighting aliens and stuff like that. You're playing poker. You're gambling online. I don't know how legal that is, but you're gambling online and stuff like that. Were you always this much of a rebel with this online gambling?
Yeah, I used to gamble on EverQuest, circa 1999.
Yeah.
I would steal monies from children, and then I would put that into my furniture, reupholstering furniture.
Yeah.
I put that into my side business. I created a legacy for Junior in my martial arts career. So if you ask me if I have any regrets, I say, you get the puck out of here or something.
Yeah. Okay, so you get the puck out of here. Kenshiro, I need a bodyguard at UFC 223. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people there. I know you can kick very high. Will you be able to protect me while we are attacking the crowd at UFC 223?
Yeah, I mean, if I get some buffalo meat, get like real fucking amped up or something, I could probably do a couple wheel kicks. I'm only 5'2", probably about like 190 pound though. So like my back spinning heel kick, very powerful,
Kenshiro, how's the love life going? I know you like to hit those dating apps and take on various women. How's it going over there on the dating apps?
So I got off Grand Park Avenue, New York City. I met this one bitch. So I brought her back to my apartment, and she walked in. She was like talking shit. She said, "Your pan's all fucking dirty from the buffalo meat." So I fucking threw the pan at her and I said, "Go fuck out of my house, bitch."
All right, so now, okay, that's good. Kenshiro Ryu jumping on the MMA holes. You might have heard him before. You hear him again. He's back on for a second time. It's always good to hear from Kenshiro Ryu. It's wonderful, wonderful. I mean, you say a lot of things. You always bring the knowledge to the MMA holes. You talk about the dating life, the world of mixed martial arts. You talk about everything. How did you become so knowledgeable on life?
So it's about like the third week at my Taekwondo gym. Sensei hit me with a hook kick.
Yeah.
Hit me real hard. And you know how you hear the stories like retards?
Yeah.
And they get like head trauma, And like all of a sudden they wake up out of a coma and they could play like piano or something. So that's basically what happened with me. I got knocked out so hard that I knew everything about martial arts, And from that point on, I've just been trying to educate people and be like a role model or something.
Yeah. I do know. Make sure you subscribe to Kenshiro Ryu. He's in the chat right now as well. You're multitasking. How do you multitask in the chat room and on the phone? It's amazing how you can pull that off. It's unbelievable.
I think that's just the generations of the government monitoring us, so we have to type very quickly.
Yeah.
For Chinese, they take down YouTube.
All right. Well, Kenshiro, thank you for jumping on. I do appreciate it. Any last words to the MMA holes? There you go. Kenshiro Ryu. Kenshiro Ryu comes in again. That's two Kenshiro Ryus in one show. You can't fucking beat that. Give location and the fight card, bro. To what the fuck, James? What language is that? You are live with the MMA holes. What's your name?
Hey, Chris, the real G-Man Mule here. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, G-Man. We haven't heard you in a while. What's going on?
Oh, Oh, god damn, I've been missing you so much. I've missed so many shows lately.
Yeah, where have you been? Jesus.
Oh, fuck. You know how life is. Life throws you lemons and you make piss, you know.
I do know. That's a, yeah. So what's going on, man? This weekend, what the fuck? I gotta turn the lines off. This weekend, you got UFC 220. You excited about that card?
I cannot wait. I'm really hoping DC knocks out Ozdemir, but, you know, I'm really worried about my buddy. I think DC might get KO'd.
Yeah. Well, all right. So Ozdemir taking out DC. Hey, you never know, right? That's why they fight. What about Ngannou versus Stipe?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to be intense, guys. I can't wait for it. Look for the upset by Stipe.
Yeah.
Look for the KO from Stipe. Watch for it. I'm calling it, boys.
Now, G-Man, I know in February you said you were going to get back in the cage. I know you're going to get back in the cage and shake off the rust. Can you tell us about this fight that's coming up?
Oh, let's be honest, Christopher. I don't know if it's going to happen. G-Man's getting a little up in the weight lately. We'll see what happens. If I really decide to cut down and go for it, then I'll go for it. But I don't know what's happening right now. I got a little belly.
Oh, so you're not going to be able to make weight? Is this what you're trying to say?
Well, we might have to do a catch weight.
All right. What catch weight would you fight at?
Oh, man, probably about 205 pounds.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you for the call, G-Man Mule.
All right, good night.
G-Man Mule calling in. 516-522-0267. Here we go. The sixth man calling in. Jay Smooth, what's up?
Hey, what it do, man? This weekend, it's funny, you went through the whole card. Only 2 fights stand out, and that's the co-main and the main event. DC is going to likely submit Ozdemir. It'll probably take 3 rounds because I don't know how Ozdemir's wrestling is, but even if he does have some okay grappling, it's probably not enough to handle what DC can bring because he's a former Olympian and shit. And as far as the main event goes, honestly, you could flip a coin. I would love for Ngannou to be champion, but I don't believe it's going to happen. I think Stipe is, once again, going to shock the world, and he's probably going to knock him out. I hate to say it, but it literally is a toss-up, and it's hard to have a solid pick in that fight. All you know is somebody's going to get knocked out.
That's right. That fight, I mean, it's going to be so much fun. Take the whole card, throw it away, and you look at even the co-main. I love watching Cormier fight. There's some people that rag on Cormier. I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. I love watching Cormier fight. I think it's very interesting. But this main event, Stipe versus Francis, I mean, it's literally a monster. Every time I see posters for this, I feel like I'm looking at the next Godzilla movie. Like, it just looks like they should be fighting over a city or something like that. It's just fantastic. And someone's going to sleep. There's no way this shit's going 5 rounds. So you got Stipe for the win, huh?
Yeah, man. It's funny because I don't remember a heavyweight title fight that had this kind of hype around it because it's like you literally have 2 people with the perfect type of style, and that's basically try to knock somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell it's going to be a war off the bat, and even if it does, like, it's obviously not going 5 rounds, but let's say it goes to, like, round 3. They're probably going to be so beaten and bloody that by the time they do punch each other in the face in round 3, somebody's going to fall, but it's going to be like, it might be one of those double KO situations. You never know.
Could you imagine?
Like, if it's a double knockout, that should be crazy.
That would be
like,
insane.
I don't even know who you give the belt to at that point.
When was the last time you were this pumped about a heavyweight fight, right? Besides Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? Like, or Cain Velasquez, I guess you could say. I mean, I'm trying to think of, I can't think off the top of my head. This is a fucking magnificent fight. It's a magnificent fight. It's fantastic. But when was the last time you were this pumped about a heavyweight fight?
You know what? It's funny because when I was pumped about Brock Lesnar fighting a heavyweight, it was different. It was just like, all right, somebody from the world of fake fighting is going to fight for real. Let's see how he does. It's kind of like the first time you saw it on the mainstream level. So for that, it was like the hype was different for that. But as far as like a straight up heavyweight fight between 2 well-known heavyweights that are highly ranked, I don't even remember a fight being this exciting. I don't.
And I can't
even think of one.
That's a good point. Yeah, Brock was more of a circus, right? He was more of a circus
Right.
freak fight. So I guess you have to remove those Brock things, those Brock fights over there. Cain Velasquez has to be, I mean, in the picture for the last exciting heavyweight fight. But let's be honest. I mean, this is just straight up fun. This is just, I don't know, there's something about this where you just know someone's going to fucking die, especially how these two are colliding at each other. You know, you got Francis off that huge knockout over Overeem, which I've never seen anyone's head like stretched out from his neck. I've never seen anything like it. And you got Stipe, who's just been, I mean, he's just been making quick work of these guys on the way up. It's just fun, man. This is the shit. I am still upset about this. I'm still upset that the Derek Lewis, when he was on the rise until he fell apart, I kind of wish that somehow, now looking back, I kind of wish we got to see the Derek Lewis, Francis Ngannou shit when Lewis was on the rise and Francis on the rise. I didn't want to see it at the time, but now in hindsight, looking back, I would have loved to see that, because that would have been just as fun for me. Honestly, I think that would have been great.
It would have been a great like number one contender fight, because they both would have really went for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ngannou and Overeem was fine, but Ngannou turned Overeem into a Pez dispenser in a matter of seconds. So it was very anticlimactic. But like as far as the Black Beast and fucking Ngannou going at it, that would have been straight fireworks for a number one contender fight.
Yeah.
But the thing is though, is like if Ngannou, all right, let's say Ngannou were to lose this fight. As shallow as heavyweight is, all it takes is one big knockout performance for him to be right back in the title hunt again. So if Derek Lewis can take care of maybe Tabura and maybe one other opponent, there's a chance they could meet in the middle again. So it's not like we won't be able to see that fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. The heavyweight, this is the one weight class where you lose a fight, it's not the end of the world. It's not like football,
Right.
The playoffs where you lose, you're done. And Francis Ngannou versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, or after that horrible performance against Mark Hunt, he can't stay healthy. But you never know, right? Big performance. The guy he's charismatic. You have Mark Hunt, right? Cain Velasquez, Fabricio Verdum, Alistair Overeem, and then there you go, Ngannou and Stipe. Verdum is another one in there. He's going to be back in the picture. I mean, this guy, but how much longer, right? He's 40 years old. Alistair Overeem, how many more shots to the fucking face can he take? Cain Velasquez, is he ever coming back? And Mark Hunt's another 40-year-old man. So, yeah. I mean, think about it. What else is there right now? I mean, Derek Lewis could, off of a win, like Jay said, right back to the top again. And you might see that crazy fucking matchup between these two. Stipe versus Francis. Would you bet on this fight? If someone was to say to you, okay, listen, I want to put money on this fight, would you be confident enough to say, hey, go Stipe all the way? Or you're like, no, you know what? Stay far away from this fight.
Hell no, I stay far away from this shit.
Right?
I actually have more confidence in DC beating Ozdemir than I ever will in the main event. The main event, you could flip a fucking coin, and that wouldn't be a bad bet. That's how scared I am of that.
Let me get your quick thoughts, and we got Jay Smooth on the line. Let me get your quick thoughts on the Bellator card. Now, I know there is a lot of people in this chat like, the Bellicans, this and that. You got Rory McDonald versus Lima. You got that crazy shit with Sonnen and Rampage and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how the hell Chandler jumped on the card. I have no idea. I didn't even know he was fucking fighting. But what do you think about this now? I know you're a fan of basically streaming these fights. Are you going to be watching the Bellator card at all? Are you going to be watching both or just one?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to stream both of them. There's no question about that. But my only thing about the Bellator card is not that it's like a shit card, because Rory McDonald and Douglas Lima is an amazing welterweight fight.
100%.
It's an amazing fucking fight. And Rampage and Son is okay, but the thing is that should never headline a card. That's mistake number one. And mistake number two is putting it up against a UFC card, even though the UFC card only has 2 premier fights, it's still the UFC. You don't want to go head to head with them. They should have put it on like a Friday night. You know what I mean? It's more like an appetizer card for the main course. It should never, ever be, it should never have to compete with it, because it stands no chance.
It's a ballsy move. It really is a ballsy move going, and it's kind of like a fuck you move. Think about this too. I don't know if Jay Glazer, I heard about this, that Jay Glazer jumped onto the team. So you have the fake Joe Rogan jumping over to the UFC. The UFC signs fake Joe Rogan from Bellator. I forgot his fucking name. And now Jay Glazer is over on Bellator. Just weird shit going on over here. What do you think about this fake Joe Rogan going over to the UFC?
I mean, it's interesting because once Joe Rogan went to the UFC, John McCarthy retired out of nowhere to become a broadcaster, and then along with that, they picked out the fat midget that does the Fox NFL Sunday pregame show to do the Bellator commentary. And on top of that, they even picked out old-ass Frank Mir to do it, assuming that he probably won't be around in the Bellator heavyweight tournament to actually be able to fulfill his duties. But it's weird. They picked a referee, a retired fighter, and an analyst that maybe people that watch football shows know. So it is a little strange how they're trying to fill that void, but I'll tell you what, if fake Joe Rogan does commentary with real Joe Rogan, that shit would be epic.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see them both sit next to each other. It's like they clone each other. Did you see him smoking weed on their fight companion or something like that? I saw he was on with them and they're just fucking smoking weed together. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they're morphing into one person.
I know, right? It's so funny because, unless they put them together doing a pay-per-view, I don't see why you bring Jimmy Smith in at all. Because, that's the only way to do it. You have to let them both do it together.
Yeah. All right, Jay, thanks for the call.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. That's Jay Smooth over there. All right, so the chat's going wild over here talking about Jimmy Mayhill's logo. We got shit all over the place. All over the screen. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
This is Jimmy Smith. I was calling. I hear y'all actually talking about me, and I'm probably one of the best commentators, black belts in the industry.
Okay,
pro fighter.
Yeah. Jimmy Smith, welcome to the show. This is an honor to have you on here, and congratulations on your new job.
Yeah, y'all see me on the podcast, me and Bravo, and I don't understand why would y'all diss me like this.
All right, so are you upset now? I mean, listen, let's talk some business here. I mean,
I will put y'all on a heel hook faster than you can imagine. I mean, I'm the best commentator out there.
Yeah, you are pretty good. I mean, I don't know about the best. Well, what makes you the best commentator out there?
I smoke more weed than Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good point right there. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Now, what were your
heel hook Fedor?
Yeah. What were your thoughts when Bellator had to let you go? I mean, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Hey, they let me go. I'm making $75 more a year.
So you're like, fuck them. I'm gonna make some more money on the over at the UFC.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Feel pretty confident about this. Me and Joe Rogan. You know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great night.
All right, thank you. Who has the bigger dick? You or Joe Rogan?
Of course, me. I'm Jimmy Smith here.
All right. Thank you for the call, Jimmy Smith. There you go. All right, Jimmy Smith called. And you guys thought I wasn't having a guest on tonight. You thought I wasn't having a guest on. All right, this community is fucking wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Last call of the night. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
JSG from Eagle Pass, Texas.
All right, JSG. What's going on? What's on your mind?
I just got to a house and I saw that you were live and I was like, let me check it out, and it said last call, and I was like, oh, let me call in. So I don't know what I know you guys were talking about Khabib and Ferguson.
Sure, yeah, go for it, man.
I mean, a lot of people like Khabib and everything, but I mean, people don't. If you ever saw Khabib versus that Brazilian guy, Tgiw, he couldn't do no takedowns. So I'm thinking Ferguson might have a good chance on the ground because of his jiu-jitsu, and I don't know. I just think I'm going to go with Ferguson for that fight.
Ferguson for the win. All right, my man. Thank you for the call, and call back anytime. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
All right. There you go. From Texas. I like Texas. Good people in Texas.
Wonderful.
Find out after this call. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
This is the Sega Gamer, and you're live with the MMA Holes!
Oh, my God. Holy smokes. The Sega Camp Gamer calling in from Canada. This is unbelievable. The host of the MMA Holes. And Sega, you are the host of the show, whether you like it or not.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you.
That sounds awesome.
Now, how does it feel to be the host of the most wonderful, wonderful show on YouTube?
Pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm. The announcer, I should say. I'm calling you the host. You're the announcer of the show. That's right. You are the announcer of the MMA Holes, and it feels good. It feels really good.
That's it. Yeah, good.
Now, there are new people here. Okay, there are no new people to the show. Every time we jump on one of our fight reaction shows, we get like hundreds of subscribers. They hang in and they're new. They're not familiar with some of the old faces on the show. And Sega Camp Gamer, well, you have a little backstory where you sang Reading Rainbow. I'll play a little bit of that for a second. Hold on. All right, just a tease. Okay, now Sega's here. Okay, Sega, what is on your mind, man? It's good to hear your voice.
Not much right now. Just enjoying the show and just having a blast right now.
You're having a blast. It's good that you're having a blast right now. It's always good to have you on the show. I saw you in the chat over there. What is coming in the future of Sega Camp Gamer? We have your link in the description so they can go subscribe to you, and you have a fantastic channel. What is in the future of the Sega Camp Gamer?
Well, I'm right now trying to revive Camp Rants because ever since I finished the Pokemon medley, I did say, though, I was going to be returning to acapellas, but that's just because I need to get back and do some of the Camp Rants again.
Mm-hmm.
I got to revive the series.
Yeah, you do. The chat room has been waiting for the series to come back, so it's good that you are coming back with the Camp. Sega, listen, have we taken you over to the dark side, mixed martial arts? Have you had a chance to watch any of these MMA fights, or you still waiting to get into this?
I'm still waiting right now. It's just it's not even really to be honest, it's not really a thing. I'm like watching hockey right now at the minute.
Mm-hmm. Now hockey, there is
I'm
fighting.
choked on the hockey. There is some fighting in hockey though.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe
you see the guys. Some of the guys just nudge themselves together. They start taking their helmets off, start punching themselves in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hockey does have fighting in it, so maybe you're one step closer to watching mixed martial arts. Maybe one day we will see the Sega Camp Gamer joining in on the MMA holes. And what I wanted to do is have a little fun. Actually, Sega, we have a pick'em league. Okay, there's a link in the description. It's like a fantasy league, right? You don't have to know shit about fighting or any mixed martial arts. You could just literally just pick on a thing, and if you get your fights right, you move up the rankings. It would be a lot of fun if you joined our league, and we can see how you do. You can do better than the professionals, the people that love mixed martial arts. You could jump up the rankings and not know a goddamn thing. Would you have any interest in jumping into our wonderful, wonderful league?
That would probably be cool.
All right, so there you go. A link in the description to that. It's called the, I'm going to show the people over here. There's a link in the description, and it is our join the MMA Holes Pick'em League. You click on the link, and then boom, you're right in. It's free. You can jump in and just randomly put picks in. We'll see how you do. It'd be a lot of fun to see how far up you could go to rankings.
Well, that does sound cool.
All right. Sega, any last words to the MMA Holes?
Sadly, no. I just been busy with the Zelda Ocarina of Time randomizer, which is kind of why I wasn't really here when you started the show. I was like busy Twitch streaming when you just started your show.
Yeah. Well, listen, we all have the same. I mean, listen, Zelda randomizers sometimes takes up a lot of the time, so I understand where you're coming from. All right, Sega, thank you for calling, and have a wwonderful, wonderful night.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
Bye.
There he is. The Sega Camp Gamer. Here is our. There he is. Here's our Pick'em League, and there he is. Salam X.